here we are yet again, folks. If it seems like I move these around a lot, that would be right. I do. I just getting ready and stuff here for the museum, and had to roll some of them out. I've been a little absent lately, and that's not for any reason other than I have no good ideas. So I figured I'd just take a video of me doing this for lack of anything better. There's the 84 125. That's going to get a carburetor going through, and there isn't actually anything wrong with the carburetor. I put a new valve on it, but let's see if I can pick that up. No. It stripped one of the studs out. This had a cheap China eBay carburetor on it when I got it. So I looked on eBay and found a stock one, paid up for it, and not this stud, it's easily accessible. The stud on the back, it's a real miserable bear to get to. Started pulling through the carb flange because it's just a threaded stud in the flange, and then it goes through these through holes in the manifold, and then the nut draws it all together with the isolator insulator plate. So that means I get to pull it off, and on the other side of the carburetor in the flange I get to helicoil that bolt hole, and then it won't have a severe nasty vacuum leak. So that's on the schedule. And then Honda, in their infinite wisdom, put two bolts holding the float bowl on, one here and one opposite it on the other side. So if they're not tight or whatever, they will weep. And I did notice when I put the fuel valve on, the bowl was loose, but I tried to get in there with a little Phillips bit. I know, I don't have a JIS set, but anyway, I tried to get in there and tighten it up. So it did stop. It was weeping a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. But riding it, getting hot, letting the intake get warm and stuff, it started to pull that thread through the carburetor. And I knew that when I put it on, when I took that cheap China eBay junk off of there. And I put this one on, it was like pulling and pulling. It's just one of them things you just pull a wrench up against till it's snug. You don't go bearing down on it. And I knew it would come back to bite me at some point. But anyway, that's on the list. It ain't like I ain't got enough to do. And then this stupid thing, I put a new battery in it, did the whole acid thing and all that fun stuff, and charged it. My charger said it was good after only a couple hours. Didn't really take much. The instructions said it should take longer. Thinking I had a dead battery, I thought, oh, well, this will be good. Now I don't need to keep pulling the side panel off and using a Kickstarter and such. Well, I was wrong. So I gotta troubleshoot that. Now, luckily enough, a co-worker of my dad's give me that, and I believe the 85 TRX and the 85 ATC 250 were the same starter. So we're gonna attempt that. Now on to this worthless thing. Everything's in a state of disrepair. Do you notice that? Anyway, this one works good. The battery was just getting weak, and I figured I'd try to charge it before I spend another 80 bucks on a battery, because I just spent 80 bucks on that battery, which is ridiculous. But that's the world we're living in. I also fabricated this here contraption. Pretty fancy stuff there. Clothing rack. And then we're going to hang some shirts and jerseys and whatever from it at the museum. So that's that. And I did make a little nice plexiglas frame for this Hayes maintenance and lubrication chart. It's really cool. It gives you a lot of the places there where you're supposed to grease, lubricate, and maintain, types of stuff you're supposed to use. I've only seen two of these, and I own both of them. This was the nicer, so I decided to frame it up. And then we all know about the collage here. Try to spin this around without impaling myself on a screw. Oh, do-si-do. There we go. A little bit of this. That's better. I had that facing the wall so it didn't get messed up. But now I think we're getting down to the wire, so I get those two there. And then the new clip, I put a lot of weight on there, so it'll take a lot to tip that over. So that's that. And now we're hoping this Saturday I'm going to go over to the guy who's taking care of the museum exhibit and whatnot. He's kind of the back and forth guy between all of us and the museum. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm hoping to get a couple good pictures of this. He has a nice background we're going to put him up against. Possibly a couple nice pictures of the 250X. And then I'm going to take the prototype, the blue one, the 250X, and the 81 over, put them in his shop. And then I'm going to take the 83 fairing, the 85 TRX, the 86 TRX 70, and then the not M word, but very nice snow plowing big red over. So I'm just reorganizing the garage so I can make that a little simpler to do. We're also taking a couple sets of tires. We'll probably just pose them something like this, you know, and then the people can get back and see, because everybody's gonna think those Pro Wedge tires are pretty neat. And then this one here actually still has the Oats tires tag, Oats, because that's how you say that word, Oats. But actually I'm kind of cheating a little bit, because this one's Oats and that one's a Dunlop, and this Oats is a 22, but you can't tell when they're deflated, so we're just going to sit it like this here, and I think he'll be happy with that. So hopefully we can get all that stuff there. And I'm taking a helmet. He said he wanted a couple helmets. This is kind of banged up, so I don't know if somebody crashed or was just careless and left it hang on their handlebars or whatnot. So that's that. And just a quick update, like I said, the AACA Antique Auto Museum in Hershey, Pennsylvania, they're going to be hosting a vintage ATV, ATC, old stuff, I think like 90 or 91 and back. So we're going to have a bunch of 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, cool stuff. Go check it out. And while you're there, you'll get to observe some of mine up close and in person. So at any rate, we'll maybe do a video on this one when I get the carb all helicoiled up and whatnot. Maybe, I don't know. This thing, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Electrical issues elude me, and I'm not looking forward to it. Hopefully the battery in that one charges up, and all I got to do is hit the button. But for right now, I'm going to push these couple back in, get them covered up, organize them, and come Wednesday or Thursday night, I'm going to put them in the trailer. And Saturday, we take the first load to the staging area. So we'll catch you all later.